Welcome aboard. It's time for the show with no name. And folks, get ready for liftoff. Here we go. Another exciting edition. Here we go.
1, 0.
Help me out.
Ignition. Liftoff.
Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on.
30 minutes after the hour.
We got this. Come on. Get ready. Yes. Hold on to your hat. Strap on your seatbelt. Fasten your seatbelts. Hold on to your hat. Get ready for the ride of your life. The show with no name time. On Bomb Radio. It's the show with no name. Sing it. Let's go. Make up the words as you go. There are no words. It's up to us to fill in the blanks. Welcome, amigos. Welcome, show with no namers from around the world, wherever you're tuning in from. Thank you, thank you, thank you for tuning in every day and learning and laughing and interacting with us here on the show with no name, because what's an English class without participation? So you guys are such a vital element. I mean, you're the student teacher. One needs the other, right? We need each other. It's codependency. We depend on each other. I need people who want to learn English. And you guys need someone who wants to teach English. And we somehow met along the way. And don't forget, this is just one of many, 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 many shows on Vaughn Radio that will entertain you, that will teach you English, and most importantly, get you addicted to English. And you know what? There are a lot of vices out there, folks. But I think this is a good addiction. You know, if it entails if it entails learning, well then bring it on. So folks, get ready to participate, get ready to have some fun. And by the way, thanks again to everybody who participated in the question of the week last week. You did a wonderful job all across the board, so I couldn't be prouder. No podría estar más orgulloso. And I guess that's a good moment right now to take a look at this week's question of the week. The week. That's right, amigos. It is our question of the week. And every week, this is an opportunity for you to express yourself in English, to make your voice be heard. That is, I would say, in my 20 years teaching experience, the one thing that students lack the most is an opportunity to speak aloud, to converse, to share their opinion. And here, you've got an opportunity to do that every single week. And you can do it in our question of the week. Now, this week, we don't have to do much soul searching. ¿Os acordáis de eso? Buscar en la profundidad del alma. Nope. This week, it's quite simple. And the question is as follows. I got it here in my email. Give me 1 second. It has to do with being an introvert or an extrovert, or maybe you're an ambivert. I guess it's obvious there, right? Depends on the situation, if you're extroverted or introverted. Well, that's the first thing I want to look at. Let's look at that. Sustantivo. He's an introvert. Adjetivo. He's introverted. ¿Ves? Introverted is the adjective, and an introvert, apréndetelo con el artículo delante, is the noun. So bear that in mind when you send us your 1-minute message, obviously introducing yourselves and telling us if you identify as an introvert, an extrovert, or both, an ambivert. And as always, I don't just want you to say, imagine this. Hey guys, it's Born to Iron Man. And I just wanted to say, hi, I'm an introvert. Have a nice weekend. That's not what we're looking for. I want you to expand on that idea, to elaborate, as we say. So participate in our question of the week. Tell us if you're an introvert, extrovert, or ambivert, and explain your answer. You can send it to my email address, which is aalonso@grupovon.com. aalonso@grupovon.com. And as always, I and the rest of your classmates look forward to hearing from you. So do it. Get it out of the way. Think about what you want to say. Rehearse it. Don't rehearse it. Wing it. Wing it is improvisa. It's up to you, amigos. But make it your own. We want your personality to shine through. Yeah, I want you to pronounce things well, but also I want to know what you're like. All right, amigos, time for our pop quiz. Pop quiz. Pop quiz. Pop quiz. Pop quiz. Pop quiz. Yeah. Let's go. Pop quiz. Pop quiz. Pop quiz. Pop quiz. Pop quiz. Come on. Also, before I forget, folks, don't forget a brand new episode of FYI for Your English dropped just last Friday, and it's an episode on fire. This essential earth element can bring us both life and death in the same breath. We often use it to cook in our kitchens, heat our homes, power our vehicles, and even provide light in order to see in the dead of night. Many folks fear this fierce force of nature, while others are fascinated by the fleeting flames. Get ready to stop, drop, and roll as we find out all about fire on this week's episode of FYI. Welcome to For Your Info.
Inglés. You got it.
That's right, folks. For Your English, you can get it wherever you listen to your Vaughn podcasts. And as I said, every Friday, you got a brand spanking new topic. Nuevísimo, brand spanking new, significa nuevísimo. And you will be able to learn about all different things. So maybe one day you want to learn about donuts, and another day you want to learn about Tina Turner. And again, if you haven't heard a topic that you'd like to hear, it's because you haven't let me know yet, because I'm taking topic suggestions all the time. All right, well, folks, here's your pop quiz. I've got a little audio excerpt for you, and this is from This Book is the Milk Too. As always, I want you to listen carefully because I'll have a job for you afterwards.
Oh, Alberto, you have new glasses. Are they graduated?
What do you mean? Graduated from university? What are you talking about?
If they are okay for you to see properly.
You mean prescription glasses?
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah, prescription glasses. Yeah.
Prescription. Yeah, they were prescribed by a doctor. I went to an eye doctor, and that's right. In Spanish, you say graduados. We don't say it. We say prescription. And speaking of a prescription, how do we say receta en la cocina?
Claro. So prescription es la receta del médico. So son gafas que te receta el médico. That's why are Prescription
They're
glasses.
prescribed by the doctor.
Prescribed. Okay, perfect. ¿Cómo dices receta en la cocina? Okay, that's recipe.
Recipe.
That's weird because you write it recipe.
Yeah, a lot of these words that we use in French, we end with an A or an E.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Recipe.
Pardon my French.
Pardon my French. Perdón por las malas palabras.
Sí, cuando alguien va a decir una palabrota, no sé por qué hemos elegido a los franceses, y son muy vulgares, pero, por ejemplo, he is a real son of a, pardon my French, como, y perdóname aquí por esto, but of course, buddy, of course. What about you? Have you go to a pharmacy pretty often?
Yeah, yesterday I went and I got some strepsils.
Oh, you had strep throat?
Yeah, I had a strep throat, so I needed some strepsils. Yeah.
Oh, did
Por
you get
eso se llama así.
flumegil or flumecil?
No, I didn't have that.
Because that's gripe, flu. So
Flu.
again,
Yeah.
hasta estáis dándonos en las farmacias milky words, como los llamamos.
I bought some chili for my girlfriend. She told me, buy me some chili, and I'm like, what is that for?
But they sell chili at pharmacies?
Yeah, chili for your, when women have like an itch,
Okay.
they need something fresh,
Okay.
and they buy this cream, and it's called chili. It's like,
oh, I've heard of it. Yeah,
fresquita.
Right.
It's
It's soothing, relajante, tranquilizante. Yeah. Sure.
it's
Gotcha.
it's in this area,
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Got you.
So
In
it's
the
funny because
crotch,
chili
entre
sounds like
piernas.
spicy.
Entre piernas, crotch.
Crotch.
Well, but think about it. It's chilly after. So it gets hot and then it gets chilly.
Yeah, te refresca because
No
when
te
it's
da el efecto después de ponerte lo mismo. If you put on some Vicks Vapo Rub, Vivaporú.
Yeah, Vicks Vapor Rub.
Who was that? Andy Lucas on the Hormiguero show.
Yeah,
They said Vivaporú. I said, Vivaporula, she's my baby.
Vicks Vapor Rub because you rub it.
Yeah. Do you know my grandfather was a pharmacist?
Yeah,
But if he were in England, he would be a chemist.
chemist, un químico.
Yes, he worked in
Yeah.
an apothecary.
Apothecary.
Now, it's true. My grandfather's store was called Lembo Drugs.
Drogas, lembo. Ya
Well,
ves.
al final, what's the difference?
Well, they are drugs.
They're
in the end.
you know,
Yeah. If they're good, they are drugs.
they're not OTC.
OTC, what's that?
OTC, over the counter.
Over the counter. Okay. Okay, so es como que te lo da por debajo de la... No, esto aquí te lo
Por
da
encima
por
del,
encima del
del
mostrador.
mostrador. Yeah.
And you can do it under the counter too.
Yeah, well, under the counter would be prescription. Ya con receta. Eh?
Claro.
We don't want to do any illegal stuff at the pharmacy, Damian. I don't know what you do at the pharmacy.
Exactly.
But we have two kinds. All right.
But this is
basically,
Spain, everybody has a friend who works in a pharmacy and they will give you anything, right?
but normally there are two kinds. Let's put it this way. Legally, you've got over the counter, which means you don't need a prescription. Aspirin,
Okay.
things like this, stomach coaters. Algo para-
Okay, now I see what
Over
you
the
mean.
counter means non-prescription.
Okay, OTC.
Now, you
Perfect.
might have some illicit contacts. I don't know.
In Spain, everybody.
I got a
Hey,
guy.
I need antidepressives. Give me some, man.
Well, you can go to a shrink.
No. People don't want to go to the shrink and to waste time. I just want the medication. Everybody does that in Spain.
Yeah, but you can medicate, you can mediate, or ideally you should do both.
Yeah, you should.
If you need it, medicate and mediate. Try and figure it out as well. This is turning into a psychology lesson. Damian, lie down. Tell me about your childhood.
Oh, Alberto, I have so many problems.
Would you consider yourself a sensitive guy or a sensible guy?
I'm a sensible guy. Absolutely.
Like
more than
Durex?
Yeah. I'm sensible because yo pienso lo que hago.
Yeah, you think about what you do. You're
Yeah,
sensato.
Soy sensato.
Right?
exacto.
It's a false friend because sensitive means this and sensible means you think about it before you do it. Another funny thing, we're talking about condoms over here. I remember when somebody asked me, this is a funny one because you say preservativos.
Yeah.
That's what we put in food.
Yeah.
Conservantes.
Conservantes, preservatives. That's
I'm
a
like-
funny one.
That was, you can imagine the confusion. And also, ojo, ojito. If you go to the United States and you say, give me a rubber, they're going to give you a condom.
Una goma.
if you go to England and ask for a rubber, you will get an eraser.
Ah, una goma también.
Para borrar.
Yeah.
Damian, you should explain the difference in use. Bueno, I think we should wrap up here.
I think everybody will understand this.
Yeah. In case you wanted to know, that's chapter 7 from this book. Is the Milk 2? It's the second in the collection. You got this book is the Milk. This book is the Milk 2. And the latest one, this book is the shit. All right, let's see what we've got for you guys. I hope you learned some things from our little banter, nuestra cháchara. You know what? That's like a typical conversation between my friend Damian and myself. When we get together, I mean, you're just missing the microphones, but if we go out to eat or if we play paddle or whatever, that's basically tranche de vie, as the French say. Es un trozo de la vida real. And that's exactly how our conversations go. And, well, 3 books came out of it, many podcasts as well. Just remember this. If you guys are on Amazon Audible, well, you will have access to this book is, this show is The Milk. I get confused with so many things. So we've got this show, this show, which is the show with no name. This show is The Milk. I have FYI as well. And, well, we've got another 9 or 10 amazing shows here on Vaughn Radio every day. So if you haven't downloaded our app, do it now. All right, let's see if you guys got these 3 things. Actually 4 today. The first one is something that provides comfort, something that calms you, something that reduces pain or irritation, right? It gives you relief, alivio, okay? So that is the word. It was reconfortante. Remember, use them all in context. You can talk about a voice. You can talk about music, right? There are many different things that when we hear them, they make us feel relaxed. They make us feel at peace. That's number 1. The second one is entre piernas, o entre piernas, sin ese. Me acabo de aprender. So your genital area. It's also, I mean, if you're going to the tailor, al sastre, well, it's also the place where you have to tell him, no, tienes que coserme la entrepierna. El entrepierna? La sigue? Wow. I'm learning stuff too, folks. So the second one is entrepierna in English. Again, use it in context. And the third one, I gave you the word sensible and sensato in English. They are false friends. I want you to use them in context and show me that you know the difference. So again, the first one, something that relaxes us, that makes us feel comfortable, that takes away our pain, our suffering, even if it's mental suffering. Number 2, la zona, the area between your legs. And the area between your legs, it doesn't matter if it's male or female. This is a unisex term, like the term chest. So if you talk about breasts, you're talking about a woman. But if you talk about pecho como en general, you're saying chest. It's good to know this stuff. They're little nuances, but they're important. And the last one is definitely a nuance because these 2 words mean exactly the opposite. So sensible and sensato. And what you have to do is prove to me that you know what these words mean. Let's go to our group. But first, let me tell you a little bit about what's going on here at Vaughn. Stop making resolutions and start making progress with your English in the new year. We've got something for everyone under the sun. Every level, every age, every budget. Grupo Vaughn has got you covered no matter what you're looking for. Whether it be master's courses, group or one-to-one classes, either online or in person. Vaughn Town, a true immersion experience. Disney English and Vaughn Junior for the kids. Oxford Test of English. Camps for kids of all ages. Online courses. and a wealth of other resources at vaughntienda.com. Stop by one of our centers for a free level test or a sample class from one of our top teachers. Why wait? There's no time like the present. Start the year off on the right foot. You can contact us at our website, grupovaughn.com, or give us a call at 911-385831. And make sure you're following us on social media. Let's get going. Pongámonos en marcha. All right, that's right. Follow us on social media. It's the best way to be in the know. Enterado, to be in the know what's going on in the Vaughn world. All right, let's see what's going on in our virtual classroom. Remember, if you'd like to participate live, the show's on YouTube every morning, and you can participate to your heart's content. But if you can't, you still have to participate, even if it's not live. The challenges are designed to be done, right? So that you do them. So hopefully, even if you're listening to this via podcast, or even if you're driving home and you're stuck in traffic, well, repeat these expressions or try and use these words in your own context. In fact, I prefer if you say them out loud. Now, if you write them down, make sure you say them out loud as well, right? Because that's the key here. That's what we're practicing. That's why we do Question of the Week. All right, Born to Iron Man checking in. What's up, Born to Iron Man? Good morning to you, buddy. I see you are ready to rock as usual. We've got Chris Valrol in the house. She says, morning. Morning to you, Chris. Hope you had a lovely birthday week last week. And, well, now we're starting the countdown for next year. And she says, speaking of Question of the Week, Chris says, thanks for the Question of the Week, AA. Not only for the improvement it represents for our English, but also for the soul searching it entails. It's a great job for us as humans. Wow, Chris, you expressed yourself, man, perfectly. Entails, it's a word I just used. And Chris, while it was still hot, while it was still fresh in her memory, she used it. So great job, Chris. Once again, being a model student. Chris also says, and to boot, y además, I love listening to my mate's reflections. It's priceless. It's true. It's magical. So if you haven't participated, I don't know what you're waiting for. It's Question of the Week. It's a chance for you to express yourself in English. I don't think it's that difficult this week. Are you an introvert? Are you an extrovert? Or a little bit of both? Either way, the most important part there is not the answer. It's the way you explain or defend your answer. And that's really our aim, right? Every week, our aim, aside from doing some soul searching, as Chris Valrol pointed out, but it's also expressing how we feel about different things, and many times about ourselves, about our jobs, about our situations. In the same token here, a la misma vez, if you have an idea for a good question of the week, send it to me. Just don't send it to me here in the group because it'll get lost in the comments. But if you have an idea, the same way if you have an idea for an FYI episode, a topic for an FYI episode, if you have an idea for a question of the week that you'd like to answer or you think would be, a good one, let me know. I am all ears. Amigos, you know what we're going to do right now, right? We're going to take a quick commercial break. It'll give you some time to figure out today's pop quiz. I don't think anybody's participated yet, so I'll give you some time there. We've also got our Say What soundbite, really funny one today. Hoy muy gracioso. From one of my favorite movies. We've got our spelling bee, homophones, double trouble. Name that lyric, name that movie. Man, we've got a lot of stuff to cover on today's show. But most of all, we're going to learn, we're going to laugh, and have some fun together. So, if I were you guys, I wouldn't even think of going anywhere. Say it with me. 3, 2, 1. Stick around. Hey, amigos, welcome back. Welcome back to part 2 of today's show with no name here on Vaughn Radio. So much to do, so many amazing programs here. Programs designed to teach you English and get you excited about it, to get you fired up. Una expresión que vimos en FYI la semana pasada. Motivado, mentalizado. We want to get you fired up. There's a really cool song from the 90s, maybe? Check it out. It's Funky Green Dogs, se llaman. And the song is awesome. I remember it because I used to go out to the clubs, cuando yo salía a las discotecas. They had always like a remix of this. You got me fired up, fired up. You got me so... You got me fired up. Me tienes motivado, me tienes mentalizado. And that's what we're trying to do here. Whether it's Rob Graham's in the Probo Show, Ximena Holiday and Test Your English, Fitz and No Excuses, Richard Vaughn Live, Speak Up with Ruby, Let's Get Random with Jules Linares, Dave Boys and the Salad, Kyle Miller's Drive Time, and Chris Frank and Frankly Speaking. And frankly speaking, it's time for the Say What soundbite. Say what? What? All right, folks. This one's going to be tough, but it's going to be funny. In fact, when I was preparing this soundbite, because the shows are, you got to do some pre-production, no? Hay que preparar cosas, especially with Question of the Week, a lot of technical stuff. And, when I do this section, the Say What soundbite, I'm usually watching like a clip from a movie. And I literally watched this one 7 times. I was crying. I was rolling on the floor laughing because it was so funny. So I think a lot of American people would definitely recognize this character and even the movie. I'm not too sure in Spanish, also because you see movies that are dubbed, doblados. So, this is another way to get a little glimpse into what some of our celebrities sound like. So is everybody ready? All right, this is the Say What soundbite for the first time. As always, try and get it all down. But initially, I just want you to tell me what you heard in your best English. Here it is for the first time.
I want you and that young man to tie that knot. I'm going to pray for you. And I want you to hold on to God's unchanging hand because he helped Joshua fight the battle of Jericho. Yes. He helped Daniel get out the lion's den. He helped Gilligan get off the island. Lord.
I'm sorry, but I love it. I love it. Sounds like quite a character. Wouldn't you say so? All right, here we go again. This is the second listen of today's Say What soundbite, amigos.
I want you and that young man to tie that knot. I'm going to pray for you. And I want you to hold on to God's unchanging hand because he helped Joshua fight the battle of Jericho. Yes. He helped Daniel get out the lion's den. He helped Gilligan get off the island. Lord.
Listen carefully. Can you hear that? No. Listen closer. I'm not talking about the birds chirping. I'm talking about everybody speaking English and feeling comfortable. Listen. This is what it's like at Vaughan Town, a peaceful place where you can really learn English and lose your inhibitions. There's a reason it's one of our star programs. Vaughan Town, lose your fear of speaking English. If you want more information about this immersive experience, go to grupovaughn.com or give us a call, 911-385831. Lose your fear of speaking English and express yourself with clarity at Vaughan Town. Yeah, if you have not considered doing Vaughan Town, definitely do it. I mean, just take a look, see if it's something that is doable for you, because there is nothing like it on the planet. Not in English learning. I mean, it is the most immersive experience ever. And as I said, some people have said it didn't just change my English. I made new friends, and it was a life-changing experience. So that is really, really cool. And I've only heard positive things about Vaughan Town. And I'd love to go do the show from there. If you guys are listening right now at Vaughan, I'd love to, go up there maybe one weekend for one of the weekend programs and, broadcast from there. Have everybody sit down, talk to some of the teachers, talk to some of the students as well, and have some fun in general, as the students do. All right, let's see what our students are doing here in our group chat. Born to Iron Man is participating in our pop quiz, and let's see what Born to Iron Man had to say. He said, most of people take painkillers. All right, well, 1 second there. But this is great, Born to Iron Man, because we're going to point out a very common mistake right now. So, most people, sin el of, es la mayoría de la gente, punto. Right? Most people don't do that. Most people don't, smoke in public. Most people, la mayoría de la gente. Now, if you want to say most of the people, ahí estás hablando dentro de un grupo específico. So there you would say, most of the people I know don't smoke, right? So most people, general. Most of the people in my office, most of the people, ahí estamos hablando de la mayoría de la gente en un grupo cerrado. ¿Me explico? It's a very common mistake, Born to Iron Man. So everybody take note. There are even translation lists and a section in the Vaughn manual dedicated to this. So Born to Iron Man, thanks for pointing it out. So most people, la mayoría de la gente, most of the people que yo conozco, que viven ahí, que eso ya es otra estructura, ¿ok? Ya has hecho un híbrido ahí. So most people take painkillers when they suffer from a headache. So painkillers. He is the painkiller. Judas Priest fans in the house? Painkiller, analgésico. So yeah, a painkiller would be more, though, a pill. I'm talking about like something that's not medicine. Medicine can do this. So, because a painkiller will kill your pain or ease your pain. Buena palabra. Ease. E-A-S-E. It'll ease your pain. It'll kill your pain. That's why we call it or it'll numb. N-U-M-B. Entumecer. I've become so numb. I can feel you there. Linkin Park, numb. Also, U2, U2. I feel numb. Too much is not enough. Little falsetto. So painkillers is not really what I was getting at there, but it's a good word to look at. I'm looking at la música. Es tranquilizante. Oír ese ruido de agua de fondo es relajante, confortante. So that's what. All right. Well, let's take a look at the second one. Although I like the vocabulary, it's not exactly on point. The second one, needless to say, ahí te llevas un que no hay que decirlo. Needless to say. Y te falta una C. Born to Iron Man. Needless to say, that crotch, o sea, C-R-O-T-C-H, is a sensitive part of the body. Oh, they don't say it is. Yeah. Oh, needless to say, claro, no hay que decirlo. You're right. It's a sensitive part of our body. So perfect. Well, just be careful with the spelling of the word crotch. So, entrepiernas is your crotch. It reminds me of one of Bart Simpson's prank calls. When Bart Simpson calls Moe's Tavern, El Bar, he goes, "Hi, can I speak to Mike?" And he says, yeah, Mr. Roch, Mike Roch. Mike Roch, Mike Crotch, mi entrepiernas, Mike. Is there a Mike Roch here? I'm looking for Mike Roch. Mike Roch. Mike Roch, Mike Crotch. A little play on words. Un juego de palabras. I can't take credit, though. That's Bart Simpson. Although we all used to make that joke when we were younger as well. There's also another one, and I'm going to say it's separated, but you can put it together. Mike Hunt. Is Mike Hunt here? Okay, you put it together, and then you tell me what it sounds like. Not a pretty word. So let's see. Born to Iron Man, your third one. Be sensible. No, sería being sensible seems not to be part of most of our politicians. Yeah, entonces esto es interesante aquí. Es un error común también. Tomando medicina. No, tomar medicina es importante. You say it in infinitivo. Tomar medicina es importante si estás malito. But we would say taking medicine is important. So, cuidado, ahí no estamos de acuerdo. Nosotros usamos el gerundio en esta estructura y vosotros el presente. Okay? Oye, again, Born to Iron Man. Very common mistakes. They're not just yours. Everybody take note. Wonderful job. So, being sensible. Yeah, if you're sensible, you use common sense. Think about it, right? You don't do things that don't make sense because you apply common sense. You're a sensible person. If you're sensitive, it means you can't really say anything to you because, you'll get offended or you'll cry right? So Let's see. Chris Valrol. She says, a cup of tea or Joe can be heartwarming in the morning. All right, a cup of tea. I gave you the totally native for a cup of Joe. Or you can just say a cuppa. A cuppa es una taza de café o té. You want a cuppa? A cuppa. Porque decimos cup of coffee, cup of tea. So cuppa, te lo juro, eh? So a cuppa, or a cup of tea or Joe, que es café, can be heartwarming. Now, the only thing I would say here, Chris, heartwarming is more like a story. Something that moves you more than relaxes you. You get what I'm saying? It's a great word. It's a really good adjective. Really good. That story. Did you hear the story of how he saved his life? It was heartwarming. Me tocó el alma. Me tocó la fibra sensible. Me conmovió. Right? So a little bit, it's kind of the right idea. That first word, nobody got it, huh? Okay. All right. Well, great, though. Excellent vocabulary, Chris. And heartwarming is more, that comment. It's more like it moved me. It made me... Heartwarming is this. Oh. All right. Let's see. Chris says he had a relish stain on his crotch. Nice. Relish. Salsa de pepinillos. You want a double trouble? I relish eating relish. Lo disfruto. Ahí lo tienes. Si te acuerdas de eso, ya sabes decir disfrutar, deleitar, I think you say. I relish eating relish. Great word, Chris. He had a relish stain, mancha, another good word, on his crotch. Oh, that's the worst. When you're eating, and well, where do things fall? On your crotch, So that's why you're supposed to put the napkins on your crotch. But I'm not that formal. All right, Chris says, in spite of I can see... hang on. So in spite of, we have to add something else there, Chris. In spite of the fact that I can seem a little eccentric at times, I tend to be sensible. All right. Just be careful. Some mistakes in there. Again, these are not Iron Man's mistakes. These are not Chris's mistakes. They're everybody's. These are mistakes I've come across. He topado con ellos 1,000 times. Okay? So, in spite of the fact, so you can say, despite the rain, or despite the fact that it was raining. Y lo usaste bien porque hay gente que lo mezcla. So, just be careful with this. In spite of or despite. Pero no despite of. Me explico, so apunta. In spite of, okay. Despite, y pon ejemplos. In spite of the rain, we're going. Despite the rain, we're going anyway. Nos vamos de todas formas. Vamos a ir de todas formas, right? So, y luego vamos a usar la otra estructura. La otra. Despite the fact that it's raining, we're going to go anyway. O sea, the fact that va con esa parte. But I got to say something. Wow. And Chris, eccentric is more like weird or strange. So the adjectives are a little bit, I was thinking more sensitive. Let's see some other ones that they give us here. Sensitive. And then I just look up synonyms. Sensitive, touchy. Oh, somebody's a little touchy today. Un poco sensible, right? You're a little bit high-strung. Oh, esa es muy nativo. Thorny. Vimos la palabra thorny el otro día. Que tienes... thorn es lo que está en las rosas. Que tienes uno ahí clavado. So, yeah, eccentric would be more like weird or strange. And sensitive or touchy would be like sensible. Okay? But wonderful job. Great vocabulary in there. I am proud. All right, Laura. Laura, there she is. She says, good morning. Lovely show with no namers. Sorry I'm late. I hope you're all doing great. Hey, wait, Laura. You're a poet and you didn't even know it. Sin haberlo planificado, has hecho un pareado. Is that how you say it in Spanish? Que ha salido un pareado? I think something like that. We say you're a poet and you didn't even know it. Ni siquiera lo supieras. Que eres poeta. Laura, great to have you on board. There's Chris participating in our Say What soundbite. Let's see what her observations were. Chris says, oh my God, it's a raspy-voiced American man telling someone, a young man, possibly, he has a pray for him and that he hates Daniel. All right, so he has a pray, una presa. Maybe there. Are you sure that's the word you wanted to use, Chris? I'm saying it's a homophone. We've looked at it here on the show, you know? So he has a prey. Tiene una presa. I don't know. And that he hates Daniel. Odia a Daniel. Espera, voy a leerlo de nuevo. Let's see. Let's take a look at the quote here. I pray and I pray. Okay. Okay. Let's put it this way, Chris. The word pray, ponle una A. Y es rezar. That's the one. Pero son homófonos. Acechar, presa y rezar. Una es la que has puesto es P-R-E-Y. La que es P-R-A-Y. Again, great. I think we looked at them last week, if I'm not mistaken. And then it's weird because if you say the word prayer, fíjate lo que pasa. So I'm going to pray. Voy a rezar. I'm going to say a prayer. Ya no es prayer. It's not prayer. It's prayer. Prayer. La Y es loco. It's crazy. I know. English doesn't make sense at all. It's pretty stressful. All right. Let's see. Chris also says we need Laura's ear. Well, luckily, we've got her here. Hey, wait. I'm a poet, and I didn't even know it. I love those rhyming expressions. Otras en inglés. He says, drunk as a skunk. Yo sé que las mofetas no beben, que yo sepa. No toman alcohol. No toman, punto. But you can't, I don't know, maybe we can find something else that rhymes with it. But for now, he's as drunk as a skunk. Más pedo que Alfredo. You rhyme it too. El que se fue a Sevilla perdió su silla. We rhyme it. You snooze, you lose. Si duermes, pierdes. You snooze, you lose. Which used to be a section here on the show with no name, by the way. You snooze, you lose was a section where what we would do is I would give you 4 options and you would choose which one's correct. Now, that has become a show. Because I used to use, I'll tell you, want me to be honest, I used to get the examples from the Test Your English book, which is now a program which you can listen to right after this. So the section hasn't disappeared, so to speak, como quien dice, but it has morphed into its own program with Ximena Holiday. Oh, and I'm not going to give you anything official yet. So it's not official, but I've heard... A little bird told me, lo decimos igual, a little bird told me, o como la canción famosísima de Marvin Gaye, ooh, I heard it through the grapevine, oh, I'm just about to lose my mind, honey, honey, Si no la conoces, one of the greatest songs ever. Lo oí por Radio Macuto would be the translation, maybe in Castilian Spanish. I heard it through the grapevine, por la parra, ¿no? Donde está el vino. A grapevine, where the grapes are growing. I heard it through the grapevine, o sea, en el campo, por ahí. Makes sense. Ooh, don't you know, I heard it through the grapevine. Marvin Gaye is the artist. And always remember, if you're going to look up a song, just go to YouTube or Spotify, wherever you listen to music, and check out the lyrics, because you can. If you can't find it on the first video, a little trick when you're searching on YouTube, because in Spotify, it automatically comes below the song. You have to swipe up. Deslizar hacia arriba. Swipe up. So, I mean, there it's easy, but on YouTube, it's easy too. You just have to put lyric video or with lyrics. And then you grab your closest pen or an empty beer bottle or whatever. A hairbrush will do nicely. Nos valdrá. And you can start your own karaoke. So, folks, but right now, it's not time for our Name That Lyric section. No, it isn't. What time is it now? I can't believe it, but it's time for another commercial break, amigos. Time flies when you're having fun. Oh no, I'm reading here in the comments. Oh my goodness. Laura says, Chris, I'm afraid I missed the first 2 listenings of the show with no name audio. Oh no, the Say What soundbite. Well, I'll tell you what, Laura, I don't know if you can go back and listen during the commercial break in the video. Is that possible? Maybe you can manipulate space and time. Yeah, you can do it, I think. Well, either way, we're going to hear that for a 3rd time when we come back. We've got homophones. We've got movies. We've got a double trouble. Let's see how difficult or easy it is today. Today's double trouble, I think it's easy. I could be wrong. We will see. Plus, we've got jokes, music. Oh, man. So much to do here on the show with no name. So, if I were you guys, I wouldn't even think of going anywhere. Say it with me. Stick around. Hey, amigos, welcome back. Welcome back to, I can't believe it, the second half of today's show. We've got less than an hour to do a lot of different things. And today we're going to take a look at knock-knock jokes. Do you know those? Hay que saberlos. All right, let's see if you know them. I'm going to test you right now. Knock-knock. Did you say who's there? Good job. All right, let's see if you know the next part. So, knock, knock. Who's there? Tú tienes que contestar. Who's there? And then I say a word or some play on words. I say boo, como abuchear. So, then what do you say? Do you know? Boo who? O sea, dices tal quién. So in the second part, you have to repeat the first part and say quién, who. And then in that next line, that's where the joke comes in. So, are you ready? Knock, knock. We'll look at more of these during the joke section, but I'm just warming you up, calentando motores. So, knock, knock. Tocando la puerta. Knock, knock. No es knock, it's knock. Knock, knock. Who's there? Yo digo, boo. You say, boo hoo. And you know what I say? Oh, don't cry. It's just a joke. You get it? Boo hoo, boo hoo, boo hoo. Oh, boo hoo. Boo hoo is in English. Llora. If somebody says boo hoo, you get it now? We'll take a look at some more later on. But these are classic. They're called knock-knock jokes. But right now, we're going to do a section where we look at some tricky words. It's called Homophones on the Show with No Name. Homophones, homophones on the show with no name. It's homophones time, cause homophones rhyme. They sound the same on the show with no name. The show with no name. Homophones on the show with no name. Cause homophones time, cause homophones rhyme. They sound the same on the show with no name. 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 That's right, folks. Time to take a look at some tricky words, but we will demystify them before the end of today's show. So don't fret. No os preocupéis. Don't fret. Don't worry. The first word I want you to give me, and remember, I want you to give me both words, and then I want to know if the words sound the same or not. And the first word is to change or modify something. Okay? You can use it with clothing. If you go to a tailor's, que estábamos hablando del crotch, entrepiernas, well, we could use it when we discuss clothing. Okay? So, ajustar, para que le quepe, ¿no? Para que le valga. So it's cambiar, ajustar, modificar, right? That is the first meaning, okay? Is it also... well, no, right there. I think that's good. Those there's some expressions, but I can give them to you later. I think I'm just going to confuse you. So the first word, modify, change or adjust. And the second word is a place at the front of the church, usually reserved for worship, right? It's at the front of the church. It's, you call it ara? Oh, I never heard that one. I've heard altar. Altar. So if I said, tienen que modificar el altar, would modificar an altar sound the same? Also, we're going to listen to our Say What soundbite for the third time.
I want you and that young man to tie that knot. I'm going to pray for you. And I want you to hold on to God's unchanging hand because he helped Joshua fight the battle of Jericho. Yes. He helped Daniel get out the lion's den. He helped Gilligan get off the island. Lord.
Hey, Damian, what's crack-a-lackin', buddy?
Hey, Alberto, I was planning to do some sports this week. What about playing baseball?
Ooh, baseball. I love it. But I'm not sure yet. Can we touch base next week?
Touch base. Estamos en contacto, ¿no? Hablamos en algún momento. Yeah, okay. Let's touch base. Okay, what about basketball? Do you want to play basketball?
Oh, man, I love basketball. It's one of my favorite sports. But I don't know if I can this weekend because I've already got plans. Oh, man, that's the way the ball bounces.
That's the way the ball bounces. Así están las cosas, ¿no? Así bota la pelota. Así bota la pelota. That's the way the ball bounces. I love that expression. Okay, what about tennis? Do you want to play tennis?
Well, I love tennis, but I'm not really a good player. If you don't mind playing with a novice, the ball's in your court, buddy.
La bola está en mi campo, ¿eh? La pelota está en mi tejado. All right. Do you want to play some soccer?
Sure, I'd love to play some soccer or football, as you call it. What time do we kick off?
Perfect. We're kicking off at 9. Are you available?
Sure, but I might have to play some golf before with some friends. It's par for the course.
It's par for the course. Es lo normal, ¿no? Es lo normalito, lo que se hace.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what about billiards? Do you like playing billiards?
Yeah, but right now I'm behind the 8 ball.
I'm behind the 8 ball. Estás detrás de la bola 8, como que llevas las de perder.
Yeah. Wow, a lot of idiomatic expressions here.
Muy buenas expresiones. Si es que así de gusto aprender inglés con un profe como Alberto y un poquito de creatividad, tienes This Book is the Shit. El mejor libro para aprender inglés que te has echado a la cara in your life. Píllatelo, vas a disfrutar mogollón de dibujos para que lo aprendas todo fácil, con conexiones lógicas y divertidas. Es la manera más sencilla y más divertida de aprender inglés. No te la pierdas.
Damian, you're such a good sport. Te enrollas. You can pick up your copy of This Book is the Shit at
Vaughantienda.com.
It's the Shit. Pick it up, folks. Pick it up. If you haven't gotten it, it is totally worth it. Vale la pena. All right, let's take a look over here. We've got a lot of people who are participating here in our homophone section, and let's see what our amigos had to say. The first person to participate is Daniela. And Daniela, before I even read your answer, I got to say one thing. Keep it up. Keep it up. Doing a wonderful job. All right, the words are correct, and she says they sound the same to me. Let's see. Born to Iron Man says versus and they sound alike. Laura says the correct words, and she says they sound alike as well. Chris asks me a question about the Say What soundbite. Since when have I answered questions about the Say What? All right. Yes, he says that. But I don't normally do that. Normally, at the end, we clear it up, right? No, I give you a couple clues sometimes. But yes, Chris, you heard right. And she says that the two words are homophones. She says, I think. Well, we're going to find out right now. The first word is to change something. Alterar. You say in Spanish, no? Alterar. But I think it's a false friend because it's modificar. Más que alterar. Alterar is to dejar a alguien alterado, right? It's a little bit different. I don't know about that one. Well, in English, to alter something is to change it, right? To alter something is to change it. In fact, if you go to a, what's it called now? I can't think of the word, tailor. If you go to a tailor, which isn't very common these days, to be honest, but you can go and it says alterations. It'll say tailor and it says alterations. And if you need it, you need something taken in a little bit in the crotch. Now you know that word, which, by the way, I forgot to give you guys the first word I was looking for that was in the audio, soothing. Soothing. So, wow, that music is very soothing. It can also be cream. You know, sometimes you put a cream. Oh, relajante, confortante. It's soothing. You know, certain voices can be soothing. So it's something that makes you feel good and heals you, but through not so much medicine, right? Because to soothe is to ease the pain. It doesn't really cure you. You get what I'm saying? So it's a little bit different there. So the first word, alter. The second word, alter. So wait a second. They're going to have to alter the altar. And you know who's going to do it? Well, naturally, the altar boy, right? The altar boy is going to alter the altar. And altar boy es muy lógico. En inglés, you say monaguillo. We say el chico del altar. Yeah, it's a pretty simple one. So it's interesting because the word has an E in it, the first one, and the second one has an A in it. And Chris, I was going there too, your alter ego as well. So if you look up the word, you'll see alter ego as well, which you say alter ego. The difference is the pronunciation. So it's really important that you pronounce it if you're going to say these words. Your ego, los higos, you like figs? Egos. I remember when I heard first in my dad's village, they were saying, you have to try the egos. I'm like, egos? I'm like, egos? In my head, that's what I was hearing. I didn't know it was H-E-G-O. I thought it was E-G-O. See how the mind works there? Your alter ego. All right, let's see. Laura says, oh my God, the Say What soundbite is really hard today. I also heard something about tying the knot and not praying someone for something, but I couldn't get the gist of it. Sorry, Chris. Well, the important thing here is that you give it your best. Que hagas lo mejor que puedas. And folks, we are going to the movies.
Name that movie.
That's right, amigos. That's right. You know it. It is Name That Movie, where we learn English from movies. By the way, any Bob Marley fans out there, there's a new Bob Marley film. I don't know if it's a document. I don't know exactly, but it looks good. And if you're a Bob Marley fan, well, I know in Madrid you can find it in English. And this is the kind of guy who's so much more than just a musician and an artist. You know, occasionally you get artists, musicians, and then you just get like people who are just operating on a different plane. And that was, Bob Marley. If you listen to the lyrics, emancipate yourself from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our mind. Think about that one. Emancipate yourself from la esclavitud mental. None but ourselves, nadie menos nosotros, puede librar esa mente. So pretty interesting, deep. It's not just get up. And when he's saying get up, stand up, there he's saying literalmente levántate, pero también álzate. Get up, proclámate, stand up for your right, proclama tus derechos. I'm telling you, it's not ponte de, bueno, es el doble juego de palabras ahí. And my daughter knows that one. I go get up, and she goes stand up. Don't give up the fight. Look, see, another phrasal verb. Thanks, Bob. All right, let's see today's movie. Foul-mouthed mutant mercenary Wade Wilson assembles a team of fellow mutant rogues to protect a young boy with supernatural abilities from the brutal, time-traveling cyborg Cable. Well, that's pretty cool. Got my attention. So, foul-mouthed. Have you heard this? If somebody is foul-mouthed or potty-mouthed, es que hablan fatal. Mal hablados, I think you say. Man, you are foul-mouthed. You are potty-mouthed. Potty es el retrete, el baño. So, tienes boca de baño, no? Your mom should wash your mouth out with soap. Right? Sería la expresión ahí. You're foul-mouthed. You say a lot of curse words or a lot of swear words. Curses or swears son palabrotas, que también es el verbo. Don't curse, don't swear, or don't say swears, or don't say curses. Pero evidentemente es más fácil usar el verbo ahí, ¿no? I hate it when you curse, en vez de say curse words, ¿ves? Entonces siempre tiramos por la verbificación, the verbification. So a foul-mouthed mutant mercenary, lo has oído bien, mercenario mutante. Acuérdate, en inglés es una palabra que seguro que al verlo dices, claro, es mutante, pero no se pronuncia mutant, es mutant. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, heroes in a half shell, turtle power. Can learn even from Donatello, Michelangelo, Raphael, and who am I missing? Raphael, Donatello, Michelangelo. I'm missing one there. Leonardo, of course. So foul-mouthed mutant mercenary Wade Wilson, a.k.a. Ahora dejé esta parte fuera, but since Chris Valrol has already figured it out, a.k.a. Deadpool. That's right. A.k.a. is also known as, and Deadpool. That's the character's name. As Chris said, the flick is Deadpool 2. Well, you got it, Chris. And he assembles a team, junta un equipo, of fellow, iguales, I always say your fellow classmates, de los tuyos, right? Of fellow mutant rogues. Y seguro que rogue te suena de otra película. Rogue One, ¿no? Hay una de Star Wars que se llama, yo ya he perdido la cuenta con Star Wars, but Rogue One. Well, if somebody's rogue is granuja, canalla, pícaro, no? Somebody's rogue. He doesn't follow the rules. A rogue. So it's a great name. And what else? Where were we? Mutant. So a team of fellow mutant rogues to protect a young boy with supernatural abilities from the brutal, you say brutal, misma palabra, pero lo pronunciamos brutal, from the brutal time-traveling cyborg, you say? ¿Lo pronunciáis así? Nosotros, cyborg Cable, and Cable, Cable, is the character's name. So great job, Chris. Valrol Deadpool. And this has nothing, because I had students ask me, pero ¿qué tiene que ver con una piscina eso? And I'm like, no es ese piscina. To pool, well, first, a pool es un charco, a pool of water, o sea, tiene muchos más usos en cuanto a agua, right? But also pool is billar, to play pool. Do you know what it means if you're playing pocket pool? Pocket pool, te estás tocando a través del bolsillo ahí, amigo. Billar del bolsillo. All right, but also to pool your efforts or to pool money is juntar, hacer vaca, no? Let's pool our money to buy a car. But also, a pool es una quiniela. And if you've seen the movies, then you'll get it. You say, quiniela de muerte. Aha. So a lot of times you'll hear at work, we started a pool. No es que hemos arrancado, empezado, inaugurado una piscina, sino una quiniela. O un bote, I think also too. We're pooling money for Paco's birthday. We're starting a pool. So just so you know, that other meaning of pool, pocket pool, which is definitely totally native there. And Laura says, the things we learn on the show with no name. Well, hey, that's my claim to fame here. I'm teaching you real English, not just my tailor is rich and my mother's in the kitchen, which I still don't get how that's going to help you too much. But all right, let's take a look over here. Also, Brad Pitt was in this movie. Any Brad Pitt fans? Yeah, he had a little small appearance, kind of like a cameo, maybe a little bit longer than a cameo. But he's always wanted to be in a superhero movie. And, Ryan Reynolds found a part for him. You say Reynolds, we say Reynolds. La Y es muda. Reynolds, Ryan Reynolds. Ese apellido es Reynolds, right? Ryan Reynolds, Debbie Reynolds. I think that was another famous singer as well. Just be careful. We don't say Ray, sino Re. Si conoces a alguien que se llama, es un apellido bastante común. All right, let's take a look at the scene I've chosen for you here. Deadpool says, so what exactly do you do in the future anyway, huh? ¿Qué realmente haces o exactamente haces en el futuro, de todos modos? He says, ¿a qué te dedicas, no? And he says, some kind of soldier? ¿Algún tipo de soldado? Let's pronounce the word. Soldier. Some kind of soldier? ¿Algún tipo de soldado? And Cable says, yeah, something like that. Algo así. Igual, ¿no? And Deadpool says, I was a soldier. Yo fui soldado. Special forces. Fuerzas especiales, ¿no? I bet 50 years from now, I bet es apuesto, ¿no? Aseguro. I bet 50 years from now, we'll be bestest buddies. Now, we normally say best buddies, pero si quieres darle énfasis, bestest. Now, no existe la palabra, pero es como jugando con los mejorcitos de los mejores del mundial. Like, you're my bestest friend. It's my best friend. Pero lo que hacen es coger el superlativo y hacerlo superlativo otra vez. Don't copy it. You're my bestest friend in the whole world. No. One that we use, bestie. She's my bestie. Esa lo usamos. I always tell Lara, you're my bestie. You're my bestie. You and mommy are my besties. And then Cable says, 50 years from now, you'll be very dead. And your entire generation will fuck this planet into a coma. Le joderá y dejarle en coma. O sea, dejar el planeta jodido. And Deadpool says, boom, making an exploding sound, obviously. And he says, spoiler alert, planets. And Domino whispers to herself, which is weird. She whispers to herself, next time, Uber. La próxima vez, Uber. Y aquí es el personaje, no están llamando un Uber. And then Cable says, here's a spoiler alert. You're not a fucking hero. No eres un héroe. You're just an annoying pesado. You're just an annoying clown dressed up as a sex toy. Eres un payaso pesado, vestido disfrazado, dressed up as, frase hecha, dressed up as a sex toy, un juguete sexual. And Deadpool says, well, I got news for you. Yo tengo algo que contarte a ti que no sabías. My heart is in the right place. Que mis intenciones son buenas. Esta expresión significa, tengo buenas intenciones. My heart is in the right place. Lo hago desde el corazón. No, aunque no salió bien, well, my heart was in the right place. And then he says, Russell's not going to kill anyone. Because of me, he's going to know what real love is. Vas a ver qué es el amor verdadero. And then Cable says, because of you, I'll always know what a grown man with baby balls looks like. Lo has oído bien. So because of you, I'll always know, siempre sabré, what a grown man, un adulto, with baby balls, con pelotitas, huevos, testículos de bebé, parezca. And then Deadpool says, I'm a grower, not a shower. And Laura, get ready. Here's some more stuff we're learning here on the show with no name. Esto ningún profe te lo va a enseñar, creo. A grower and a shower. All right, well, y es interesante porque la palabra shower se escribe igual que shower, pero no es igual. O sea, shower, I'm going to take a shower, me voy a duchar. I'm a shower, se ve. How can I say this? If you're a shower, when you take off your pants, everybody sees what you got. You know, there's not much hidden. And if you're a grower, you don't see it, but then later, if you get erect, then you see, you get it, o creces, o... Okay. I'm trying to explain it without being vulgar here. But he says, I'm a grower. O sea, que crece when I get erect. No está todo desplegado. A grower versus a shower. Ask that to your English teacher, if he's a man. Ya verás, te va a decir, what? I said, are you a grower or a shower? And then Domino says, I should have finished college. Tenía que haber terminado la universidad. Folks, we are going to a quick commercial break. I can't believe it. We're laughing. And we haven't even gotten to the joke section yet. We've got so much to do today in the fourth and final part of the show. Right now, we're just going to take a quick commercial break. Just take a breather. Déjame respirar un momento. And when we come back, we are going to go out with a bang. Nos vamos por la puerta grande. We are going out with a bang. So, say it with me. Stick around. Hey, amigos, welcome back. Welcome back to The Show with No Name, Part 4. Right after today's show, you've got Ximena Holiday and Test Your English. And so many other great shows all afternoon long. So download our free app and learn English on the go, wherever you are, in your car, at the dentist's office, cleaning up the house, doing laundry, whatever you got to do, doing those things that need to be done, those tasks, those chores that there's no way around them. No hay forma de evitarlos. Those obligations we have in life, but that doesn't mean we can't do it in style, listening to Vaughn Radio and learning as we do other things. Go for a bike ride with Kyle Miller on Drive Time. Or hit the gym with Rob in the Probo Show. A good time is guaranteed. However you choose to listen to Vaughn Radio, remember, one of the most important parts here is saying everything aloud. It marks the difference. It's the difference between you just doing a listening exercise right now and actually working aloud. And that's what we're working on, right? Communication is about vocalizing, saying what you need to say aloud. And no Spanish is allowed. Hey, I just gave you another homophone over there. So I said you have to say the words aloud, en voz alta, but no Spanish is allowed. Permitido? Hey, I know it's not time for homophones. It's time for double
trouble, baby. Yeah, you know what time it is. Give it up. Double trouble. I said double trouble. Double trouble. I said double trouble.
That's right, amigos. That's right. It's Double Trouble only on The Show with No Name. And folks, here we go with our Double Trouble. As I said earlier, I think it's pretty easy, but I could be wrong. All right. No des un portazo. No des un portazo. Tienes que meter la cabeza. Barra, abrir el paso. Okay? So, hay que entrar paso por paso. Lo primero es entrar, es lo que viene a decir. Okay? Es una expresión en inglés, la segunda parte. All right? So, let me give it to you again. No des un portazo. Tienes que meter la cabeza. ¿No? La expresión, no literalmente. Tienes que meter la cabeza. Tienes que abrir el paso. Okay, and in English, another way of saying it is succeed at the initial step. ¿No? El primer paso es eso. So hopefully you guys will be able to figure it out. If not, we are going to take a look at it, just like our Say What soundbite. And here it is, folks, for the fourth time from a very funny movie.
I want you and that young man to tie that knot. I'm going to pray for you. And I want you to hold on to God's unchanging hand because he helped Joshua fight the battle of Jericho. Yes. He helped Daniel get out the lion's den. He helped Gilligan get off the island. Lord.
Do you know about Vaughn groups? Well, I'm going to tell you all about them. They are group English classes that you can do via video conference or in person. And the good news is you can start whenever you want. And you can keep the same timetable, teacher, and classmates throughout the whole course. And the best part, there's no strings attached. Sin compromiso. And if you act now, you can get a 5% discount for paying up front. And if you stick with the course for 6 months, you'll get a 50% discount in June. Wow, what a deal! As if you needed more reasons to learn English with Vaughn. Check out our Vaughn groups. Have fun and make friends as you learn English. Sign up now while there are still spots available. Call us 911-385831, or you can go to our website, grupovaughn.com. And don't forget to follow us on social media and find out if Vaughn groups are for you. More information about Vaughn groups on our website, grupovaughn.com. All right, folks, let's see if anybody got today's double trouble here. And I'm looking here in the group, and I don't see anybody who figured it out. Okay, really interesting. All right, let's see. I've got some people participating, but not in that section yet. Well, I don't want to give it to you because I want to at least see if some people, take a shot at it, at least. Let's see. Laura says, I'll tell my son the new expressions I've learned today. He's going to be gobsmacked. Great word, gobsmacked. Atónito. What? Una que me encanta también, Laura, que significa lo mismo, flabbergasted. Sin palabra. What? Gobsmacked or flabbergasted. Very funny words there. Let's see. Chris says, ¿te imaginas? Are you a grower or a shower? Hey, your teacher's going to be like, where the hell did you learn that? It's a personal question, so hopefully, your teacher and you are good friends, and there's no problem asking personal questions like that. All right, Chris says, I have don't bang. Well, no, we don't bang a door, right? To bang on the door, like that, it's to knock very hard, right? And also to bang is to fornicate. Did you bang her? Ese bang es acostarte con. Hey, guys, we're getting a little bit raunchy and risque today. Hey, it's all part of the language. There's nothing that we don't need to know. So, bang. Good word. It's got a lot of meanings. We looked at to go out with a bang. Salir por la puerta grande. All right, let's see. Laura says to slam a door. Okay, good. We've got the right verb now. To slam the door. Okay, he slammed the door in my face. Y si has visto cómics, hace slam. No, lo ves ahí, slam. All right, so we know it's got something to do with a door over there. All right, what if I tell you, you say hay que meter la cabeza por la puerta, ¿no? Vienes a decir, os voy a dar una pista. Hay que meter la cabeza por la puerta, you say. Pues nosotros decimos el pie, por la puerta. Is that helping you? Hay una expresión que dice, tienes que meter el pie en la puerta, que viene a decir, tienes que meter la cabeza in your language, pero ponemos en la puerta. Will that help you? I think that'll help, Laura, especially since you got the other half of it there. So we'll see. Well, I'll tell you what. In the meantime, I'll play the jokes jingle just so we can save some time.
Thank you. Okay, what did the guy say when he walked into the bar? Ouch. Ouch. You get it? Ouch. He walked into the bar.
You're joking. All right, amigos. Before we get into our jokes, let's see. As I said, today they're knock-knock jokes. So let's review them. So let's give you one here that I got. A really easy one. Okay, knock-knock. Tú dices, who's there? ¿Quién está? And I say, Yoda lady. La señora Yoda. And I say, Yoda lady. And you say, Yoda lady who? Right? Yoda lady who? Porque tienes que meter who después de mi frase. So it goes, Yoda lady. So you're hearing it already? A veces ya pillas el play on words. So, knock, knock. Who's there? Yoda lady. You say, Yoda lady who? And I say, stop yodeling. Yodelay, yodelay, yodelay. To yodel. It's what they do in the mountains. You know, that kind of singing, yodeling. All right. Knock, knock. Who's there? Tú dices, who's there? I say, Alaska. You say, Alaska who? I say, I'll ask another person if you don't know the answer. Alaska. I'll ask another person. Oh, man. Funny stuff. All right, let's see. Daniela is taking a stab at our double trouble here. Somebody's going to get it. I can feel it. And Daniela says, don't slam the door. Put your foot in the door. You know what? You got it. Just a little bit, I would put, you've got to or you have to. Tienes que. But the expression is to put your foot or to get your foot in the door. Hey, I know it's hard, but the moment you get your foot in the door, you're good. El momento que metes la cabeza, ya estás metido, right? So we say in English, meter el pie por la puerta. Ya estás ahí, el primer paso hecho. So his father helped him get his foot in the door, entrar, no, meter cabeza. So really good. Wow. Excellent job, Daniela. Laura says, can you repeat it in Spanish? Yeah. No des un portazo. Tienes que meter la cabeza. So you have to you have to get. Yo usaría get. You have to get your foot in the door. It's a really common expression that we use in English. Let's see. Laura says he slammed the door to get his foot in the door. Well, those are the two expressions. So good. There it is. Don't slam the door. You have to get your foot in the door. Eso es, tienes que meter cabeza. Lo más fácil en este caso is you just have to imagine yourself, right? Imagine yourself doing it, metiendo el pie en vez de la cabeza. And if you can remember it, well, just that visual, the chances of you remembering it when you need to say it, well, they go up. The odds increase. La probabilidad. So excellent job, Daniela and Laura. Don't slam the door. You have to get your foot in the door. And today we're talking a lot about doors. Well, we're looking at knock-knock jokes, right? Are you guys enjoying the knock-knock jokes? All right, here's another one. Now, again, you got to do your part. These jokes are not passive jokes, all right? So knock-knock, te toca, your turn. Who's there? And I say, who? And you say, who? And I say, I didn't know you were an owl. Who? I didn't know. No sabía que eras búho. All right, who's there? No, I'm doing your part. Es que no puse el knock-knock here. So knock-knock. Te toca, your turn. Who's there? Lettuce. Te toca. Lettuce who? Let us in. It's cold out here. Funny, right? Let us in. Suenan igual, son homófonos. Let us have some lettuce. Let us have some lettuce. So it sounds exactly the same. So again, knock, knock. Who's there? Lettuce. Lettuce who? Let us in. It's cold out here. Déjanos entrar, que hace frío aquí fuera. Okay. Knock, knock. Who's there? Olive. Olive who? Olive you. No. So who's knock, knock? Who's there? Olive. Olive who? Olive you. I love Olive. I love you. I love you. I love you. They're all plays on words in the end, but it's a good way to play with words, lettuce and stuff like that. All right. And I gave you the other one, boo hoo. Oh, this is a very common one. So knock, knock. Who's there? Okay. Banana. You say, banana who? So then I say, knock, knock. I didn't finish the joke. I'm going around again. So you have to say, who's there? And I say, banana. And now you're getting a little bit impatient because we already did this one. And you said, banana who? And I said, knock, knock. O sea, no termino, sigo. Knock, knock. And then you say again, and now you're a little more impatient, and rightfully so. And you say, who's there? And I say, banana. And you say, banana who? And I say, knock, knock. You say, who's there? And I say, banana. He says, oh my God, I'm going to kill this guy. I'm going to strangle him. Fine. Because you can't not play along. I guess I get juego. I say, okay, fine. Banana who? I go around again. Knock, knock. You say, who's there? And this time I say, orange. And you're surprised, first of all. And you say, oh, thankfully. And you say, orange who? And I say, aren't you glad I didn't say banana? Orange who? Naranja quién? And I say, aren't you glad? Aren't you glad I didn't say banana again? ¿No estás contento que no he vuelto a decir banana? Classics. And Laura says, you're driving me bananas. Well, that's what I'm here to do, Laura. Drive you bananas and teach you a little English. Let's see who's celebrating a birthday today in famous birthday trivia.
One, two, three. Famous birthdays for you. Famous birthdays. Famous birthdays for me. Famous birthdays. Famous birthdays for everyone on the show with no name. Oi, oi, oi. Birthdays for him. Famous birthdays for her. Famous birthdays for everyone on the show with no name.
That's right, amigos. It is time for famous birthday trivia over here. And here we go with today's famous birthdays. Let's see if you recognize these famous folks. The first person was born in 1968 today. He is an American actor. He first rose to fame in The Goonies, one of my favorite movies, came out in 1985. Then he had years of decline where he just disappeared into obscurity. Nobody, he was that kid from the Goonies, the main kid, Mikey. No, wait. Is he Mike? No, he played, now I'm mixing the two up here. No, he played the brother. He played his brother, Brand. All right. But again, that was his claim to fame. Then he had a resurgence, a comeback with No Country for Old Men. That was 2007. So for like almost 2 decades, this guy was off the face of the earth, or at least the acting world. And in that movie, he received a nomination for the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor. So right there, people said, oh, he's not just the kid from the Goonies. He's a good actor. And then since then, he has blown up. Se ha hecho famosísimo. He's gained wider recognition for playing Thanos in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, MCU, in the Avengers Infinity War, which was, I think, their last big hit. Or no, Endgame, I think, was the last big hit in 2019. He also played Cable in Deadpool 2, today's Name That Movie. He was in True Grit, peliculón. He was in Men in Black 3, Wall Street, Money Never Sleeps, Sicario, Everest, and Dune. So he went from hero to zero and back to hero. So very interesting career to follow. Number 2, this guy got his foot in the door as the keyboard player and also singer and songwriter of The Doors. To get his foot in the door, the Doors. Okay, all right. Well, he co-founded The Doors with Jim Morrison in 1965. The two of them were enrolled desingresados en una clase, en una universidad. They were enrolled in UCLA Film School. And they met, and the rest is history. The Doors. We got the Doors now. And last but not least, this guy was born in 1956. His last name is Pasillo. O también Salón, donde hay actos y cosas así. He was born in 1956 today. He had a very popular TV show, a late night talk show, and he made this popular, the woo, 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 the wooting. It's called wooting. And, doing it with your arm in the air, woo, 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 woo. It became like a sensation over there. And he was also in many movies, some of my favorite movies. Coming to America. You call him El Príncipe de Zamunda, right? Coming to America. He was also in Coming to America 2, and he was in Harlem Nights. And again, I think he was really famous, the most famous for his talk show. We've got a winner. Give it up for Chris. That's right. Good job, Chris. Number 1 is Josh Brolin. Number 2, Ray Manzarek from The Doors. And number 3, Arsenio Hall from Coming to America, which will take us to our Say What soundbite. Here he plays a pastor, a reverend, right? And he's talking to one of the women, a young girl young lady in the movie, the love interest of Eddie Murphy's character, the prince. And she's talking, he plays the reverend, the black, the preacher. He was excellent in this role. And between him and Eddie Murphy, they played almost every role in the movie, right? So you got to watch the scene. One thing is hearing it. Another thing is watching this movie in English. And he says to the young lady, he says, I want you and that young man to tie the knot. Quiero que os caséis. I want you to tie the knot, and I'm going to pray for you. I'm going to pray for you. I'm gonna. Es un poco habla del ghetto. I'm going to pray for you. I'm going to pray for you. Voy a rezar por ti. And I want you to hold on to God's unchanging hand. Quiero que sujetes la mano de Dios, que incambiable. Because he helped Joshua. Ayudó a Joshua. Fighting the battle of Jericho. Cuando estuvo en Jericho, no sé cómo se dice. Yes, and he helped Daniel. Ayudó a Daniel. Get out the lion's den. Salí de la guarida de los leones. To get out the lion's den. And he says, and he helped Gilligan. He helped Gilligan get off the island. The first ones are biblical references. And the second one, he's talking about a popular TV show, Gilligan's Island. Here he is, Arsenio Hall.
I want you and that young man to tie that knot. I'm going to pray for you. And I want you to hold on to God's unchanging hand, because he helped Joshua fight the battle of Jericho. Yes. He helped Daniel get out the lion's den. He helped Gilligan get off the island. Lord.
Oh, and at the end, Lord.
Hi, hello,
Dios.
Eduardo. I think the song is... No? Sorry, bye.
Name the lyric, name the lyric, name the lyric, name the lyric only on the show with no name, the show with no name, the show with no name. Name the lyric only on the show with no name, the show with no name, the show with no name. It's name the lyric only on the show with no name.
All right, amigos, wonderful job. Wonderful job to each and every one of you today. Thank you for your effort. Thank you for your energy. And stay tuned, because up next, you've got a wonderful teacher and an even more wonderful person. I'm talking about Ximena Holiday. You are in luck, because you can spend some time with her right now testing your English. Oh, and remember I said I have some unofficial news? That I heard it through the grapevine. Well, it's unofficial, so don't write it down yet. But somebody told me, a little bird told me, that Ximena is possibly hosting our next trivia night in March. Hey, nothing is confirmed yet, but stay tuned. Stay tuned. All right, and we're going to say goodbye with The Doors. Break On Through. This is an awesome song by The Doors. And it starts out, he says, you know, the day destroys the night. El día destroza la noche. Night divides the day. La noche divide el día. Try to run, try to hide. Intenta correr o huir. Intenta esconderte. Break on through to the other side. Traspasa al otro lado. Break on through to the other side. Yeah. All right. So I hope you guys sing it with me. This is the band from Los Angeles, California, The Doors, with Break On Through. Sing it.